The Random Jottings of Donald J. in Nelson in Pendle, Lancashire. Old Thrutch Worsthorne Bay Horse public house haunting manifestation. A former landlady of the inn, her shade is said to still frequent the area. Another story says she was the miller's wife who drowned in the stream under the pub. The same area is haunted by a man who traded his soul with a shuck-like entity. The Bay Horse public house had always been a popular spot for the locals in the small village of Worsthorne. Its rustic charm and friendly atmosphere had made it a favourite haunt for many. But there was one particular presence that had made itself known over the years, the ghost of Old Thrutch. Some said she had been a former landlady of the inn, while others believed she was the miller's wife who had drowned in the stream that flowed under the pub. Whatever her origin, the tales of her ghostly presence were well known among the regulars. One night, a group of young lads had gathered at the Bay Horse, eager to catch a glimpse of the famed ghost. They huddled round a table, trading stories of the paranormal and daring each other to venture into the dark corners of the pub. As the night wore on, the group began to grow restless. They had yet to see any sign of Old Thrutch, and some of them were beginning to doubt her existence altogether. But then, as the clock struck midnight, something strange began to happen. The candles flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The air grew colder, and a faint mist began to rise from the floor. And then, there she was, Old Thrutch, standing in the corner of the room, her ghostly form illuminated by an otherworldly light. The lads were frozen in fear, unable to move as the ghostly figure approached them. But as she drew closer, they realized that she was not there to harm them. In fact, she seemed almost sad, her face etched with a deep sense of longing. One of the braver lads stepped forward, tentatively reaching out to touch her. To his surprise, his hand passed right through her ghostly form. And then, just as suddenly as she had appeared, Old Thrutch was gone, leaving the lads to ponder the strange encounter. But the ghostly presence of Old Thrutch was not the only haunting in the area. Legend had it that a man had once traded his soul with a shuck-like entity, and that his spirit still roamed the village to this day. The tales of these ghostly apparitions continued to draw visitors to the Bay Horse, and the small village of Worsthorne remained a popular spot for those seeking a taste of the supernatural. But for those who had seen the ghosts firsthand, there was no denying the power of the otherworldly forces that lurked in the shadows. By Donald J.